let's have a look at it. First of all, I will open the MRP and then I'll go to the work scheduling. But before I jump ahead, let me give a glimpse. If you are doing planning activity for a material, then MRP view is for planning, and for production activity, work scheduling is there. That means suppose raw material is there. So for raw material, we will do the planning activity, but we will not produce the raw material because we buy it from outside. So we don't need the work scheduling view. But we need the planning here. Okay. For finished good, we do the planning as well as we produce it, right? So we'll go with the and semi-finished good also. So we'll go with the work scheduling. Any material that you are planning, then you need a MRP view. And this MRP contains information required for planning and production processes. It is having 4 different views underneath it. So if I expand this, you should get all the details about all those 4 views. So there is MRP 1, 2, 3, and 4 view, right? So these 4 different view stands for 4 different purposes. There is MRP1 view, first of all. MRP1 view stands for planning, okay? Means for planning activities, whatever the parameters you need, mostly you will find them in MRP1 view only, like MRP type, MRP controller, lot sizing, MRP groups. Yeah, all these details you will find it in MRP1 view. And also there is more details, as I said, reorder point, maximum lot size, minimum lot size, all these things are there, but majorly we focus on these planning parameters that which I have highlighted here. Similarly, if you go to MRP2, MRP2 stands for procurement type. Okay, basically anything related to the procurement, means whether you are buying or producing, doesn't matter. So all the details related to buying or producing, you'll find it here. So for an example, here the procurement type I've given it as X, means I can produce it or buy it. Now, apart from the procurement type, what else I need? How much time I need producing or I need in procurement? That information is required. So I'll get that here in the scheduling sections. In-house production time suggest how much time it is required to produce. Planned delivery time says how much time it is required in case I'm buying it. And GR processing time is basically the time when your material received into the plant, but they are not ready for the use. I mean, you need some time in quality checking, loading or loading from trucks, and also that is called the processing time, right? Along with that, we have the safety stock and minimum safety stock informations here. And there is one more information is very important from production point of view. We use this special procurement, backflush, and the production storage location for external procurement. So anything that you see it here, this is affecting the procurement, right? So that's why we call it as we segregate it as MRP2 stands for procurement data, right? We maintain it here. Similarly, MRP3 view stands for strategy and availability check. Okay, planning strategy and availability check. When I say planning strategy, this planning strategy will tell how and at what stage your quantity calculation, or in which way your quantity calculation will happen and how it will affect your production quantity. And availability check says this is a multi-dimensional aspect. There is availability check in sale order, availability check in production. Basically something which check the stock of your product. Okay, that information we maintain in MRP3. And there is one more view called MRP4, which is majorly used for repetitive manufacturing. For discrete manufacturing, usually this view is not used to that extent. However, we have this individual collective indicators, scrap percent, requirement group, or MRP dependent requirement. This is used, but mostly this view is used for the repetitive manufacturing purpose. Also, we have this discontinued part indicator also that will be coming when there is a discontinued part, right? So with that, these 4 views are done, but remember one thing. So if any one of these views are not maintained correctly, then in that case, or any one of these views is not yet maintained, in that case, it is considered that MRP data is not fully maintained. Okay, it's not like you can maintain MRP1 and 2 and you can skip these 2. No, you have to maintain this view, even if you don't enter any data, but you have to extend the views. Okay. So this is all about the MRP. Next, we'll go to the work scheduling. As I mentioned already, work scheduling is nothing but It is only required for the material which are being produced. If you are not producing it, you don't need it. Okay, and this contain information about supervisor, batch management, tolerance details which are used during the manufacturing process. If I expand this screenshot here, you can see we have the production supervisor, we have the production scheduling profile details, and unit of issue details, batch management indicator. We have the tolerance details, like in every production we do tolerance like plus minus 5% or something, so that if a customer gives us 100 quantity, then we can either deliver 95, something between 95 to 105 quantity, right? 105. Also, we have the data here for the in-house production time in days, where we maintain setup time, processing time, and inter-operation time as well. These are the pretty common things that we maintain in the work scheduling view. Again, it is completely scenario specific. Depending on the business scenario, this parameter will keep on changing, and some other parameter also can be maintained depending on the need. Now let's move to the other side of the material master. The other side,